I wanted to just talk to you guys a little bit. So some of you, I write story, a hike and I send emails. And some of you have heard some of this, but I wanted to elaborate a little bit. So we started, it was 2 weeks ago yesterday. We were expecting to get about 140 miles in. So a little background, Al and I have hiked 1,600 miles in the AT since we started in 2013, and I just looked. I've recorded myself. I've hiked 9,000 miles in that time. So done a lot of walking. I kind of understand what my capabilities are and things like this. So people can get themselves in trouble out there. Yeah. So we're careful, I think. But we jumped to this. So New Hampshire is absolutely regarded as the toughest stretch of the AT. It's just got so much elevation change. We knew that, and so we said, okay, we're going to shorten it hikes. We're not going to do any 25-mile plus. We're going to try and keep them between 15 and 20. So that should be good. So the first day it was so there was a stretch we would probably had to do about 26, but we found if we took an access trail, a 2-mile access trail, we kind of cut it in half. But so we said it'd be about a 19-mile day. I said, all right, we're going to do that. First day, we got out there, and starts out fine, but as you climb, it's May in New Hampshire is not like May here. It's still got some winter up once you get to 4,000 feet. So we're, suddenly it's like, okay, snow and ice. Can't believe how much slower you're going. So, we carry some water. You can find water in the mountains if you want, but we usually just find, we pack bottles, and I usually find about every 4 miles a bottle that's good for me. Right? So I had drank one to start, and I brought 4 more. Thinking I get there 4, 8, 12, 16, and then when I'm at the car, I'm good. But it's not really the miles, it's the hours. So suddenly, when you're walking 2 miles or 2.5 miles an hour, suddenly it's like less than 1. And we stop at 4 hours. We've only got 4 miles. It's like, I can't believe it. But we're going on. We're enjoying this gorgeous day. And but the one problem we're running into, the Appalachian Trail has something called blazes, right? White blaze, 2-inch by white, be on a tree. What we have discovered in Maryland, where the trail is, very easy and accessible, sometimes you can see 2 blazes ahead of you. Well, we were going half a mile sometimes. You didn't even know you thought you were on a trail because it kind of looked like one, but basically it was, if there's no trees in front of you, that's probably where you're supposed to go because it's so thick, And the problem was, so a few times we would be off the trail and you'd lose, so you're losing time.
You're walking and losing time.
And you're walking, and it's like, okay, and we're looking at dark might be an issue. I thought we started at 7:30 in the morning, and it didn't get dark till 8:30, 9 o'clock. So it sounded like a ton of time. But before we got on, we said we got to think about we might not make it. But we got to a pond. There was 8 miles left. It was 4:30. We said, okay, if we can get to, maybe we're going to get the bounce. Sometimes you get a stretch. It's just you can really make up time. But the problem is it's so steep. You're almost going slower going downhill than uphill at times. And so we came to this spot, and I was out of my water. Now we're crossing streams, and that'd been fun. It was clear and good. We got a little past that, and suddenly my quads, I think, is that the number? Yeah. I said, wow, I'm having real trouble going uphill. Downhill, flat, no problem. And Al said, oh, yeah, it's a dehydration thing, you know, and I've never been there. And so, well, you know, here we go. I said, man, I can't do it. You know, Al was ahead of me. So, I mean, I literally just said, God, you have to. Well, I didn't say you have to. I said, please, get me to the top of this mountain. That's, you know, like just you know, just an absolute prayer, and instantly, there was, you know, no pain.
Amen.
So, again, over the miles, there's been times sometimes you feel a little twitch, and it may not hurt, but you know, take a few steps and it kind of works out. And I thought it could be that, but I don't think it is. And I'm walking and it's starting to hurt, so I keep praying. And every time,
Amazing. Yeah.
yeah. And so he got me to the top, and then I'm theoretically I'm on my own power. Right now I can do it, and it was fine. I didn't write this. There was a second mountain, and I had to do it again. Yeah. So, yeah, there's just no question, you know, to me that God got me through that.
Amen.
So, you know, then Al, he also got low on water and said, well, he would share if he'd have more. So, yeah, we were so parched at the end, like we could hardly even separate our flips. It was really weird. But so we were at the last peak, and we said, okay, it was still some daylight. And so it was 3 miles. There was then a road, and then about a mile to the car on the road. So we said we could just get 3 miles in an hour. We thought we're going to make it before dark. And, you know, that was our main goal. Now, it was gorgeous. I mean, I've never had you know, as it got darker, and the last 3 miles suddenly, where there were no blazes, there were blazes. They were all over the place, and we could just see them. And even though it was dark, it just really got me going. We were making fantastic time, and we got down. We didn't know how we could. We're not sure quite how far, but as it turned out, we were probably a couple hundred feet from the road, but we didn't know. It was just suddenly pitch black, and we said, all right, it's just time to rest. So we sat down, and I almost feel like more comfortable there than I was on this couch. I was still thirsty, but you know, we just laid about a half hour. It was totally dark. It wasn't cold. It wasn't hot. It was perfect. And so that was more of God's arms, you know, around you at the time. So I guess the long and short of it is like, you know, we say we don't ever want this to happen. You know, never want to go through this day again. But I also wouldn't trade for that day.
Amen.
So, and this song just, I've confessed a lot. You know, lyrics don't sink into me, but boy, this song absolutely did. And so we have to sing the song back.